Welcome everyone to Chirping Zebras episode 32, coming to you live from Wamaset Lanes for the Bowl with the Bruin event. Mark Riley, as always, alongside Gino Binder Jr. And joining us right off the hop, Frank Simonetti, who is the Bruins alumni president and the coordinator of this awesome event.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Great. Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming down today. So this event started 9 years ago now. My friend Rich McDonald and I, who ride in the Pan Mass Challenge, we're looking for ways to raise money rather than just asking somebody for a check.
Right.
You know, let's give them something for it. And he had just started bowling in this arena, this facility. He says, Frank, you got to come down and see this. It is beautiful. I'm thinking bowling. Okay, bowling tournament. Maybe I walked in the doors. I said, holy bleep, this is something. I said, not only are we going to have a bowling tournament, we're going to have a celebrity bowling tournament like a golf tournament where put some teams in and bring in some former Bruins and make it a fun event. So we had 16 lanes the first year. Second year, we had the whole building. We sold it out, and we've been taking it over every year since. So I think we've raised about just under $800,000 in the 9 years so far. And after this event, we're going to be pretty close to $1 million.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And now this event benefits multiple charities.
So it's technically a Bruins Foundation event because we roll everything up under them, but Bruins Foundation because of the Pan Mass Challenge bike team. Yep. So this was their 19th year riding. Next year, our team will be 20 years old. So that'll be a big event for all of us. The Warrior for Life Fund, which you guys have interviewed Ryan and me on. It's a veteran support, primarily the Navy SEALs cognitive health and wellness program that uses hockey also as a therapeutic tool. Fisher House Boston, which if a military member comes to Boston to any of our great care facilities, Mass General, Harvard, wherever, they can stay at many hotels for free, provided by Fisher House. And also, that is great. They do great work. So this year we added the Bruins alumni as a beneficiary because we play a lot of games over the course of the year, and we like any other nonprofit have expenses. So if we can put a little money in the kitty for the Bruins alumni and keep the costs down for our charity partners, that's a win for everybody.
Now you guys play almost like a full season, actually, right? Last year you had what, 42 games or something like that?
No, 2 years ago we were at 19. Last year 29. This year we're over 40 on the schedule.
I knew you mentioned 40.
Which I don't know how we're going to pull it off because that's a lot of hockey. But we have some big games. We're playing the Cast of Shoresy on November 16th, awesome. Which apparently you're refereeing.
I'm refereeing, okay. Yeah. You need a real ref there.
You need a real ref because
with Donnie Garcia, we need to give him some help.
Well, Johnny works between the blue lines. Yeah, that's about it, which is okay. And then we have our big game that benefits Warrior for Life Fund and Fisher House on December 7th, which is this is breaking news, turning out to be a mini reunion of the 2011 team. I'm not going to give you names of who's coming, but there'll be several players from the 2011 Stanley Cup championship team in the lineup that night.
Well, I'm refereeing that game too.
Yes, you are.
So I'll be there.
Breaking news.
Not only 2011 reunion, but one of the Zebras is going to be there.
A lot of heavy hands with those rings on.
Why do you always make it about you? I mean, really, why?
Well, we're referees. We got to make it about us. Right? Nobody cares about us.
That's what we do.
Well, your podcast is very entertaining, even though you spend a lot of time analyzing plays and doing stuff like that.
Well, we try to give the perspective that not everyone gets, right?
I love it. When I talked about Donnie Garcia, when I first met Donnie, he goes, yeah, I'm a season ticket holder to the Bruins, right? I go, oh, that's great. And he goes, so I go to the game and I watched the referee and linesman. I said, you don't watch the game? He goes, no. But when I go home, I watch the game again and watch the game. I'm going, what are you doing? I said,
that checks out. That checks out 100%.
He is so dedicated to the craft.
Yes.
He really is.
You can't help it as an official. Like I coached my daughter yesterday, and I'm sitting there watching the referees and critiquing them, and I'm like, "Oh, that's offsides." I go, "Oh, he just missed it because he turned his back," and instead of worrying about the defenseman.
I totally understand it.
Yeah, that's what I do too. And Donnie's story, and he'll be coming today, right? He's always here. He never misses a free lunch. His story is just fantastic. He goes from doing men's league to the Winter Classic in Fenway Park. I'm like, what? Talk about falling into the right job, right?
And he's great with the guys, and he knows how to officiate a charity game. It keeps things moving, keeps things light, has some fun. If he has to, help us out a little bit, which happens occasionally. Oh, that was offside, or call a goal back. Allegedly.
Keep it fair.
Yeah. Make sure everybody's on the up and up. He's been great for our organization.
And this event too is cool because the fans and the Bruins are probably I think the best team that's accessible to the fans. And this is a great event because you have guys like Ray Bourque coming here, right? Yes. I mean, guys that how many? I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, right? How many teams or Hall of Famers out there in any of the sports are that accessible, right? I mean, that's what's so impressive about this event and the Bruins alumni and what you guys do.
Well, hockey players in general are wonderful people, in my opinion. And a lot of the guys stay local. So when they play here, they stay here. Yes. And we have a huge cadre of alumni that are willing to do things like this. And Ray is extremely charitable in what he does. He's doing things for a lot of different people. He has his Bourque Family Foundation, which is doing great work. He's real close friends with Bob Sweeney and the Bruins Foundation. So yeah, Ray and Bob and all the guys that show up here, they volunteer their time, and we usually have a surplus of guys that come to this event because they want to be part of it. And it's great because some of our bowling teams have been here for all 9 years, and they've created friendships and meaningful relationships just by coming to this event.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
And if you look at like the Patriots do a good job too, but the Celtics and the Red Sox, those guys, when they're done playing in the offseason, they're going home, they're going south, they're going wherever, and it just, hockey players are different.
Yeah, and very few stay in the area. And I think the Bruins stay in the area because of that love and connection they have with the fans and the city. The city just embraces everyone who plays for the Bruins, and I think they love that.
They sure do. And having a Boston Bruins alumni team that was established in 1968, right? So 56 years.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Okay.
It's not annual Bowl Bruin.
Johnny's test driving the mic.
Yeah, that's John Horgan.
It is John Horgan.
Yeah.
So Johnny's our MC for our hockey games. He does all the play-by-play for alumni games. Obviously, he comes here every year and keeps things moving. But it's just, one of the reasons alumni stay here is we have a great organization that keeps them engaged, keeps their bonds of shared experience going. There's a locker room time, there's playing the game, there's fun, there's meeting people. Very much like the military, if you can stay connected with your tribe, your teammates, you stand a much better chance of having good cognitive health as you get older. And we're very much like that. We're very much a family, a village of hockey players.
And one of the cool things is there's some Navy SEALs that come and bowl in this event because of the Warrior for Life Fund. I mean, they're the rock stars. I mean, I can meet anyone. Throw me any sports star from Tom Brady all the way down. Throw me any entertainer. They're just SEALs. They're just a whole nother level.
Yeah, they are, and they're also very humble. If you didn't know what they did for a living, you would never know what they did for a living unless they wanted you to know. Right. And they typically don't.
No.
So when they retire, they'll talk about it. We have a retired Navy SEAL here today, Jeff McGovern, wonderful guy, great hockey player. We've got Alan Lerner here, who's in the reserves, Navy SEAL officer. He owns the Chick-fil-A down in Plymouth. So he hooks us up all the time, got us our big sponsorship. They're a big sponsor of the Bruins alumni. And he's another wonderful person. And we have Josh Skovland, who's a retired Army Ranger here today. So he is another class act. I mean, these guys who operated at a high level in the service are amazing people. And I tell you, they're hockey players and special forces guys are very similar in their character, their grit, their stick-to-itiveness, their loyalty, their discipline, and their teamwork. They can't do what they did without acting as a team. The Bruins can't be successful unless they play as a team, any sport. So we get along great.
That's awesome. And Jamie Pastoric is here as well, former Navy SEAL. He helped me put this together because none of my crew showed up on time, and I had to bring a Navy SEAL in to figure out my backdrop. We just set up for the first time. Yeah, no, it came out all right.
Great, is this brand new? Is this
Brand new. This is the first time we've
more breaking news? This is incredible. I'm part of something new. And
you are.
Yes,
and a former Navy SEAL that helped me figure out the direction. So I'm going to call him next time I buy something at IKEA.
Yeah, right.
I think so. That's,
Call my kids no. Call Jamie yes, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Frank, we're going to let you. I know you got a bunch to do, and we want to thank you for letting us come, hang out. You put me on a candlepin lane again. I was hoping for big ball because I can spin those, but candlepin's a little tougher. But I love the team I'm with. I love the team.
They asked for you, and I made sure that
you shall receive.
Yeah, they love hanging out with you.
They wanted an E-list celebrity, and that's I've climbed up. I've climbed up. Yeah. It is punishment because I didn't bowl last year. I didn't bowl very.
If you bowl anything like you golf, they're in trouble.
I might try lefty.
I have it on pretty good authority that you're in the equal company when you bowl with them.
Oh, we're not looking to win a pin.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Exactly.
We're not
Yeah.
going to take home a pin.
But you'll have the most fun.
You guys will have a lot of fun.
We'll have the most laughs, and Dougie Smith is next to us.
Dougie's
so
right next to you.
That's always fun.
All right, guys.
So, Frank, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming.
Appreciate
All right.
it. And we're looking forward to a great day.
Same.
Awesome. Thanks, Frank. Frank Simonetti, president of the Boston Bruins alumni. And talking about this great event, and we're going to have people come in, including this next guy,
My good friend Ken Hodge.
Ken
Number
Hodge.
10.
Absolutely, and
What a gem.
a very dedicated Bruin, not only when he played, but also as an alumni. He's always at these events, and it's just such a great guy. So we're going to have him come in wearing his Warrior for Life shirt. And that fund, if you're not aware of it, you should really check it out because it's just an amazing fund with amazing guys. And we got to grab Ken a mic so that we'll clip a mic on for you. You don't have to put the shirt on. You can come in with that T-shirt, Ken. It's all right. We're lucky to have so many guys, and these guys are great. We have all kinds of celebrities, all kinds of ex-Bruins coming today. This event is so great. Yeah. Kenny's putting his shirt on.
It ain't Christmas.
He's showing off his goods over here. Like, this is a family show. This is a family show.
It's a family league.
No, but we want to welcome Ken in. We got to get him mic'd up.
Mic'd up right now.
And we'll grab you a mic right here. Hopefully, there we go. We'll clip that on. We're on TikTok Live too. The TikTok Live. We're always on the TikTok Live. Hopefully, you're joining us on this beautiful Sunday. You can hang out with us for a little while, and then you can go and watch the Patriots. Come on in, Kenny.
Come on.
How we doing?
Great to see you.
Awesome seeing you. Awesome seeing you. Thanks for joining us on the.
Thanks for having me. I know. I watch you guys on TV all the time. It's great.
See,
It's awesome. It's awesome. I want a shirt. I want some swag. That's what I'm looking for.
We're gonna hook you up.
And I hope you like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's I'm going to get it from your dad.
Yes, absolutely.
No, we'll definitely get you some swag for sure.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. You know what? You guys do a great job and bringing some awareness to what you guys are doing and stuff and getting some good guests. I saw Donnie Garcia was on it.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
heard that was a blast.
Oh, he was hilarious.
Hopefully I'm as funny as Donnie, but I don't know if I have stories like Donnie had.
Donnie has some good stories.
Not as funny looking.
Yeah.
I just want to be as funny as your dad.
Yeah. Oh, and his dad was on too.
Oh, I saw.
Best
I
dressed,
saw that.
right? Best dressed with the tie on.
Just ask him.
Yeah, exactly. So you're here. You're one of the guys that are at all of these events, and the Bruins alumni does such a great job. What's it mean to you to be a part of such great event and such a great organization?
Well, I mean, it starts from when my dad was here, right?
Yes.
When my dad played in the 70s for the Bruins and won 2 cups. And, just being around the locker room with all those guys, Esposito, Orr, Chief, and Cashman, and just to get, for me, I was, Phil, how do I win a face-off? He goes, cheat.
Yeah.
Cheat. Right? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And face-offs, right? So that's how I learned. I learned how to play hockey from those guys. I learned what the tradition of the Bruins meant back in the day from those guys. And then when I got an opportunity to play for the Bruins, I mean, it's like, obviously cloud nine. Right. And then to know what the Boston Bruins logo means to people and means to the community and means to everybody. And it's just an honor to be here and to do things for the charity. I mean, I love doing things for charity. I mean, this is the best. You see us down when we go down the bog and play that game down the bog, and how exciting that is. I mean,
You're my daughter's favorite player.
I heard that. But I mean, it's just an honor to give back to communities and to do things for the less privileged people.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah. And we were talking to Frank about how accessible the Bruins, the current Bruins, but also the Bruins alumni, so accessible to the fans, and that's why hockey players are the best. I mean, I know we're biased. Yeah. We're all hockey players, but they're definitely the most accessible, and they seem to donate their time way more, and not to take anything away from. And we'll have Matt Light on and some other Logan Mankins is coming on, and they do great jobs too. Absolutely. Not to take anything away from them, but the Bruins alumni just seem to do such a great job.
Well, I think a lot of it. A lot of it comes from the fact that we don't get paid as much as those guys do, and I'm not saying that in any way. That's just how the pay structure has been for all those years. The highest paid player in the NHL makes what, $8 to $9 million now. I mean, highest paid football player makes $32 million, right? I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from them. They do a lot of work and they work as hard as they can. But I think that makes us a little bit more accessible to the public, right? People kind of recognize you as you're kind of like an equal to the public. And I think also, if you talked about the Bruins alumni, we're out there doing a lot of things and talking to a lot of people and again, raising a ton of money for a lot of charities. I think Frank said we made almost $1 million for charities last year. Yeah. So that's, hopefully we're going to break that this year and continue to bring some good to a lot to people in the world.
Yeah.
So Frank said you guys got 40 games. Are you in shape? Are you ready for that this year? Or?
Well, round is a shape, right?
Yes.
So yes. I actually skated in a quote-unquote pickup game the other day on Friday, and I'm like, I am not ready for this.
Yeah, skating shape is a little different than you can run all day long.
And I'm on the ice every day now with working for my Boston Hockey Academy, and I'm on the ice though, but you're not doing equipment and the bumping and grinding, and there's not a lot of bumping and grinding in alumni hockey, obviously, but you don't realize the other stuff that you got to do to kind of pick up the pace and go up with a Joey Mullen, right? And you can't keep up with Joey Mullen. So, but it's, I'm having a blast. I love it, and hopefully I'll be able to play as many games as possible. That's awesome.
Now, to give Donnie Garcia some help, I'm going to be reffing a lot more games this year. I love when I walk in the locker room, you guys are like, oh, good, we have a real ref today. Because he definitely needs the help.
Oh, he does. But you know what? He's great. He gets it, right? He's he's part of the show. Right. As I call it. He's not the show. Right. So which is a great thing from his perspective. I mean, I know your dad did a couple of games with us as well. Yes. And it's great because they have fun with it. Right. And we all have fun with it. So if you don't have a smile on your face, I think people love it when we're smiling because they're recognizing that we're part of raising money for them.
Well, you go play hockey, right, and you're raising money. I mean, how can you have a bad day?
Oh, you can't.
I mean, if you do, you have something wrong with you, right?
I tell kids, when you're on the ice, it's the happiest day of happiest hour, happiest 50 minutes, happiest 2 hours, whatever you have. And just enjoy every second that you're on the ice because it goes by way too fast. I mean, you know what I mean? You're not refereeing anymore, right? You're doing behind the scenes stuff. You're not refereeing anymore. You're doing behind the scenes stuff now.
Yeah, I do.
But you're doing some games. Right, exactly.
Now I'm watching my daughter. She's 9, so I'm really enjoying that.
That's exactly right. And that's what you want. You want to enjoy that hour that you're at the rink.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's one of the reasons why we started this podcast. One, there really wasn't anything out there like it. Yep. And 2, I love the camera. Yep. And 3,
I've heard that about
you know, I won't lie. But you know what? It's a way again to stay involved in the game, right? Like we're not on the ice anymore like we used to be, but now we can bring guys in like yourself, Frank, you know, Doug Smith who just showed up, and stay connected to the hockey community because the hockey community is so tight knit, especially in Boston.
Great.
And there's so much opportunities, right? Like I'm a kid that grew up in Boston. Loved the bean pot, went every year.
Yep.
I wasn't good enough to play in the bean pot, but I got to ref too. So
Let's
like
get
that's
it,
the kind of
folks.
stuff I want people to think about officiating.
Well,
like there's different goals, just like
presented
play.
by Linda and Terry
You know what?
Robinson.
It's
This is
amazing
the
to think
practice
about. Like I
session.
talk about this all the time.
Y'all
Can't believe how
be
Johnny
It's
Horgan is.
11:15
But
a.m.
I working for the league there a few years ago, talking about how you know how everyone like just dumped on referees and and beat up on the referees. And like, why? You know, like what are we doing? Like, they're human and they're out there trying to figure out what did you see? Well, what did you see as a coach? You know, like and I just say to everybody, stop worrying about what's going on. Worry about your kids and worry about making them better.
I think one thing too, players and coaches don't realize, you know, if you want to bust our balls, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we can make your life difficult. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, but we've looked the other way a few times, or given a guy a break who's nice. So
I went to a game when we were in the old EHL, and I think Gino kind of stuck it to Chris Sorella one game.
Oh yeah.
And it ended up being a 1-0 hockey game in the final. Oh, excuse me, we're live on TV. Can you leave, please?
Just say hello. Just say hello.
Ken doesn't want someone
This was excellent.
one second. So, no, the Chris Sorella game, we called it the Coaches Re-Education Program. It was Luke Galvin and I, and we went, and we didn't make anything up either. 28 penalties to 3. Oh, he got the message.
Did a 1-0 game.
And I'm still paid for that. So every time he calls me, he goes, I paid my penance. I'm just saying my 2 cents. So he always has that up on me now. Like, you've already used that card too many.
He walked off the ice, and I happened to be standing there, and he goes, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, that was a lesson in who not to mess with.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get him on at some point.
Oh yeah. Bring that up. Bring that up. For sure.
And we're just going to yell at him the whole time.
That's big guy. What did you say?
That's all. And I met a guy who knows you, Tyrone Groom. He used to work for the Bruins. I don't know. He said to say hi, but pretend like you remember.
Are you bowling today?
Yeah, I'm bowling.
I am not.
I might have him jump in though. The first,
I'm not a celebrity yet.
the first year I bowled, I was in the VIP room, and I didn't know it was an all-day thing.
Oh yeah.
Gino gave me games that afternoon. So you jumped in as my surrogate bowler when I left. You were late that year, so it worked out perfect, right? Worked out perfect.
I mean, honestly, this is a great day. Enjoy it. We have fun. Yeah, you should play. You should definitely play. Have some fun. We try to tell your dad to come up every time, but he
I almost got him. I was on the phone. I almost got him to come up, but next year we'll get him.
Yes, absolutely. It's a great day. It's a great day.
Unfortunately, isn't there a height requirement to bowl here?
Thank you very much.
Ken Hodge, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, best of luck to the podcast. It's awesome. I like everybody subscribe, keep watching. It's a great day. It's great.
Appreciate it.
It's a lot of fun.
I love that. I love the endorsement.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Ken. We appreciate it.
Moments away from the madness that
Ken Hodge, how great?
Hodge is awesome.
How great is he? You know, Jamie Parker came on and then she disappeared.
Yeah, I wanna
don't
get her
know.
back.
I don't know what happened.
me kisses.
She just left. Steve Casper's in the house, and maybe we can get him over here to join us. We're on the TikTok Live, and we're coming to you from Wamaset Lanes. Also, we want to. I was negligent not thanking the Referees Crease, our sponsor, who is making all this happen. Also, our guys from AOA Studios, Cam and Mike, are here doing their thing and doing a great job as always to help produce this thing. And our producer Josh Dolan, who is our social media person, he's leaning on my phone against some ketchup to get a good angle on the TikTok Live.
Also with the people floating around here, getting their bowling shoes.
Yeah, they sign all the pins. Now I'm not gonna win a pin.
What do you got? That's what you play for? You play for a winner?
I'll admit this. I was on the bowling team in high school. Yeah, I had my own balls. Well, it was more of a league. It was like a club. It was a bowling club. I like to call it a league.
Did you get a letter?
No, not quite. Well, I got a letter, but not a varsity. And I had my own balls. They were blue, which were checked out. And I used to love candlepin. I actually used to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And, then life gets in the way. It's kind of like my golf game.
Your comedy career took over.
My golf game is, is similar. Let's not, you think I'm a lefty. And we actually have some reels coming out, too.
Yes, we do.
That are going to do that. Joining us now on the Chirping Zebras, a former guest, Doug the Goon Smith. Dougie, welcome, my friend.
Hi, boys. Nice to see you, boys.
Nice to see you. Welcome back.
Great to have you back. Now, you have been a part of this for a while, and luckily our lanes are next to each other again, which is good. Yeah, which is good. So that way I feel better about my bowling when I watch you bowl,
Absolutely.
which is good.
Yeah, I'm horrific.
And this is the only time I'll trash talk you because you can't beat me up on camera. But you've been a part of it. You do tons for charity. But before we get into that, the surgery, it went great. And tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so a few months back, I donated my kidney to my best friend. The transplant was successful for both of us. His name's John Fantazio. His family and I grew up in the same town in Hanover. In fact, his brother Adam wrote the book Goon about my hockey career, which obviously was made into the movie Goon.
Yes.
And the surgery went great for both of us. Today I feel like it never even happened. I mean, I'm back to work.
Awesome.
I'm golfing. I'm putting all my balls right into the woods. Everything's right back to normal.
Right.
So it's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
That's awesome. I mean, what an amazing thing to be able to do for your friend.
Yeah, I feel very lucky, very blessed. And listen, when you're on a kidney dialysis machine 4 days a week like John was, there's really no hope.
No.
I mean, it's like chemotherapy for people that have cancer. It's going to prolong your life a little bit, but you may not get out of the woods.
Right.
And it's a tough lifestyle. You just don't want that life. So again, I'm very blessed and grateful I could help him, and that he was even able to find a match. Never mind, it happens to be me.
Yeah.
So it all worked out fantastic.
And he's doing well.
He's doing great. Yeah,
That's
he's doing really
awesome.
good. I see him constantly. We live in the same area, and he plays guitar as like a side gig, and he just played his first gig, so to speak, 2 weekends ago, and he's doing great. He's doing great.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Now, what does it mean for you to be a part of an event like this, Bowl with the Bruin? But you're also, you referee a lot with Donnie Garcia, the games, the alumni games.
Right. I got in with these guys probably 3 or 4 years ago, just from my own celebrity background, so to speak, with Goon and the book and the movie. And, talking with guys like Bobby Sweeney and Frank Simonetti, and even back in the day, Rick Middleton, who was the president of the alumni. They invited me to come on board with them and kind of mix our, abilities to help fundraise for these great organizations. And then just a couple of years ago, Donnie Garcia, who's basically the head official for the alumni team, told me he's kind of looking for another guy to come out with him because he's been doing all these games by himself for literally like 20 years.
Yep.
And I said, you know what a great opportunity. I can't say no to something like that. So I get to be at an event like this today. I get to meet guys and hang with you people and do this, and it's all fun for me, obviously.
That's cool. What's cool too is you were a goon, right, or a fighter, and now you're a ref. He was the dirtiest college hockey player ever at Salve
I've heard.
Regina. Maybe in the country.
I've
It was a
heard.
drink.
I've heard.
My freaking flyer miles are up.
And I spent some time in the penalty box, so it makes sense.
Oh, I never heard that.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I know.
I thought you were Lady Bing.
My favorite move was sliding by the goalie and butting him in the cup, right in the dick, right?
Nice.
So he'd stand up and then, as the shot was coming in. That was my
Awesome.
favorite move. Never got caught.
Yeah.
Never got caught.
Yeah, so
But,
you were my type of player because
Oh, yeah.
I was the guy I would get to go after you for something like that.
Yeah.
So I love guys like you.
But of
Yeah.
course, I'd turtle.
Of course you would.
Especially against someone your size. You know
Well, let's
what I mean?
quickly talk about you guys, your show, your podcast.
Yeah.
It's really exploded. You guys are doing incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys had some great guests on.
Yep. We got some great guests coming
Yeah,
up.
I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you for kicking us off. You came on one of the early episodes, and you really kind of.
Listen, I only got in early because I knew you guys were desperate. You had no one on the list. You couldn't get anyone. You probably had Josh Dolan on the lineup next after me, but you really got
contribution.
yeah, you got smart real
He was
quick.
on a couple times.
Was he?
Yeah, well.
I saw him. He was on our episode. I think he walked behind me to put some paper down and walked back out again. So he just wanted camera time.
Well, he gets us on the TikTok live and gets us
Yeah,
out there.
I know, yeah.
To the people.
Yeah,
But no, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate you hanging with us today.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to bowling next year.
Send him some swag. I didn't know you
Yeah.
didn't get swag.
I didn't know. How did I not say? I swear I sent you swag.
Listen, you promised me the world to come on the show. You made me drive 2 hours, and I literally got a Dixie cup of water. That's what I got. So I appreciate it.
I'm gonna send you so much stuff.
Yeah, I know,
You're gonna
I
have
know.
enough to give away for Christmas.
Here we go.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm getting you the special edition golf. I'm gonna get you a koozie too.
Thank you.
How's that sound?
Just what I need, another koozie.
Dougie,
Thanks,
thank
boys.
you so much.
Okay,
Looking
appreciate
forward
it.
to a great
Thank
day.
you. Okay,
Doug
boys.
Smith, everyone, the Goon. You can just go. You can walk off. This is
will, too.
kind of a production nightmare, if you know what I mean, right? We got Bruce Shoebottom. We got Bruce Shoebottom coming on. I love it. One of my favorite players back in the day. Bruce, great seeing you again.
It's a tough guy to
on.
follow here, Doug. I don't know if I can match him.
No, one tough guy to another. Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh. Oh. Laser McGee. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, here we go. Ah! 1-1, baby. He got it. Sniper! Sniper! That was a Ken Hart special. That was garbage right there. I love it. I feel dirty, Tim. Sniper!
2 more.
What's this game go to anyway?
7.
Oh, it's a 7?
Yeah.
All right. I feel bad. Why do I feel bad? I think it's teddy bear. Here we go. Sniper! That was a good goal. I'll give you that one. Oh, bad shot. I tipped it in.
2 more.
Oh, that's cheap. I feel bad about that one. I really do. But I'll take it.
Hey, Toronto got cocky too.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Are we dropping? How about that? Thank God I won. If I didn't, that would have been ugly. That would have been ugly. I'm man. I love it.
Thanks, Blake.
It's such a great organization, and you're one of the great guys that are a part of it. Tell me what it means to you. Tell me what it means to you to be a part of this event.
Well, it's just great to be, with the Alumni Association and go out in the community and do events like this, meet people, give back, like raise money for youth hockey, raise money for charities. So it's a good event, beautiful day. I'm not much of a bowler, but I'll do my best. And,
Are you big ball or candlepin?
well, candlepin back when I came from Ontario, but obviously here we're doing big ball. I better watch I don't hurt myself. So.
Well, I'm candlepinning. They got both here.
They got both?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got stuck in the
Maybe I'll see if they
candlepin.
put the bumpers up or something. I don't know.
There you go.
So Bruce, I should have brought the shirt. I got one of your old Maine Mariners shirts.
Collectible.
Collectible. It had the fighting strap on and everything. Yeah, oh yeah. I should have brought it for the autograph. No, how was your time up in Maine?
It was great. We're up there for 4 seasons. Really enjoyed it. Probably best part of your career. Mike Milbury was the coach, and just enjoyed it. It's probably like probably some of the best hockey I played through my career. You kind of ride the roller coaster up and you ride the roller coaster back down. And that was some good seasons. So definitely had a good time and enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I spent 9 years refereeing the American Hockey League, and it was a lot of fun. Never quite made the jump, but I mean, it is a great league, great training ground for young players and officials, coaches, trainers. You see them all kind of come up through that league, and it's a great league and a great product.
Yeah, you get some guys that they're all just want to talk about the time they played in the NHL. Well, playing the American Hockey League is quite an accomplishment. I played 400 games in the American League and quite proud of it. That's 3 different cities and played some in the International League, but it was, there's no slouch playing in the American League. That's a pretty competitive league. It's very close to the NHL, and a lot of good young players.
Now, we played the alumni. Josh Dolan put together the Boston Comedy All-Stars a few years back for Jake Gallerani, who unfortunately passed away. I remember my first game, I tried to get you to go with me, and you wouldn't drop the mitts.
Well, it depends on, you're probably too tough. I thought I might lose. I don't know. Not every game we don't. Sometimes, it's nice to have a little, exhibition fight, but other times, you're just not in the mood for it.
Oh, well, I'm glad you said no. I believe you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't happen every night, so, we're not, as much as you like to think you're still 28 years old, you're not. You're a little older, and, the games aren't getting any easier. We're getting a little slower every year, but, we do the best we can, and we have fun.
Now, the Bruins this year are the heaviest team in the league. They have the biggest defensive core in the league. How do you like their chances this year?
Well, they always put on competitive, entertaining product on the ice. Like year in and year out. It's the season ticket the fans and people that are watching on TV. It's a good product. It's entertaining. Hockey's changed. It's more of an entertainment product now. It's not just, there's a lot going on at the events. There's a lot of private suites. There's a lot of different things you can enjoy. So it's for everybody, So hockey's doing a great job with the marketing, and the Bruins are right in step with that. P-Head coming up. Johnny Carter coming up. Is he next?
Johnny was on our first live taping of the podcast.
Right.
And,
I thought he might be following me.
He was
looking
great.
good.
We'll get him back up.
He's got the scally cap on. He's looking Boston. Looking real.
He's doing all right.
Now, your time in the NHL. Now you're a tough guy. Who was one of the toughest guys that you had a scrap with?
Well, when we played Buffalo, I used to always like to fight Kevin McGuire. It wasn't that hard to find him, and he'd always fight you. He wouldn't shy away. And we had some good games against Sabres, different teams. There's a few good fights. Last game we played Chicago. You try to get into it and try to make contribute to the team, contribute to the game. If the team needs a fight, you try to make it happen. But I gotta be honest with you, my memory's shot. I don't remember everything. So I wish I could tell you all the details, but I can't anymore. So.
Well, I used to love watching you play, love the game you played, and hopefully this year the Bruins, you know, they'll play the game that you played back in the day?
Well, you know, I'd love to see it. It'd be great. Hockey's changed. You know, there's not quite as much of the toughness, not quite as much of the fighting, but I think it plays a role, you know, and I'm always, whenever I get a chance, I always, you know, put my 2 cents worth in for trying to get more physical guys out there. And maybe in the playoffs, if you had a couple more big bodies and a couple more, you know, guys that had a chip on their shoulder, maybe it would, you know, it would help to, you know, move the team forward.
Like back when you played, when you had to be tough and a hockey player, right? Nowadays it's totally kind of opposite, where it's more skill oriented than toughness. You still have that toughness and grit, but it's not necessarily dropping the mitts and fighting every night, because the penalties is too stiff too.
We had the Bruins golf tournament a couple days ago down at Pine Hills, and you meet some of the players that are on the current team, and some of the guys are not huge guys.
No,
like
right.
they're 5'10", they're 5'8". You know, back when I played, like, if you weren't 6 feet tall, like,
You weren't playing.
it was tough. You know, so sometimes they, in the American League, they really try to help them develop as a player.
Right.
And that was what they, you know, Mike Milbury did for me. You know, helped me make that next step so I could play in the NHL. And you know, so you've got a lot of guys at training camp now that are trying to get their shot, and you know, wish them the best of luck.
Right on. Now, how was playing for Mike Milbury? He's one of my favorites. You gotta have some stories about him.
I can't tell them all, but you know, like sometimes you watch different podcasts and you see different people, you know, talking out of school, and sometimes Mike gets kind of slammed a little bit. You know, I got nothing but good things to say about him. Like, he was great to me. He was tough on me. Like, he used to scream at me in practice. Like I'd come into practice half asleep and just goof up the drills, and he would let me have it. You know, and that's probably what I needed.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So I still, to this day, I can still hear him screaming at me, like, day in and day out up at the practices up at the Cumberland County Civic Center. But hey, like I said, he was always great to me, and I'll never say a bad word about him.
Oh, that's great. I'm always a fan of him.
And anyone who beats a guy with a shoe in the stands, you don't want to mess with.
No.
I mean, let's be honest, right?
To this day, I wouldn't, you know, to this day, like, he comes in here for the event today, and I'm like, oh, Mike's here.
Afraid he's
He's
going to
yell at me,
again.
you know. He's gonna
Muck the drill up again.
all right. I'm gonna do a drill buster, back up the drill. He's gonna scream at me for like 5 minutes in front of everybody, and I'm just gonna be like, oh.
Right back to it.
It never changes. I could be 7 years old and I'll still be like, right.
That's awesome. Bruce, thank you for joining us.
My
pleasure. My pleasure.
You were one of the I think the
following
grittiest
Doug
players.
the Thug. I don't know if I might have been weak. I don't know.
No, you nailed it. Out of the park. You hit it out of the park, Bruce. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the afternoon. This is a great benefit, and thank you for coming on.
My
Bruce,
pleasure, guys.
have a great day. Bruce Shoebottom, everyone. That was fantastic. We got plenty of guys coming in. We want to welcome Jamie Parker from Nesson here to the Chirping Zebras. Jamie, welcome. So happy to have you on.
So happy to be here, Mark. And
This is awesome. I'm Gino. Nice to meet you.
Gino, very nice to meet you.
And I got to say right off the top, you're the best looking guest we've had all day. I'll tell you that for sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you, because I am, getting. All right, we're gonna be
Stop. So you bowl, and you're a pretty good bowler.
No, here's the thing. Once a year. This is when I bowl once a year. And my team's pretty good. We do win every year.
That's what I was going to say. You won last year.
Small balls. I like the small balls.
Okay, all right. There's something there, but I'm not going to say it.
No. That's what the show is all about.
Well, this show, we both up with it.
There was a lot of jokes in there.
There was a ton right there.
Or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm using them too today, and there's a reason why. I'm Irish. So, you do a Jimmy Fun golf tournament that's coming up that I play in as a E-list celebrity.
Come on, A-list, my friend.
And this year I'll be able to actually play, which is good. I got new clubs.
This year doing it. And we do have a lot of hockey players coming to participate every year. This year, however, all the proceeds will go to the Jimmy Fund in Maine in honor of Tim Wakefield, who's a very good friend of mine.
Yes.
And just a tragic situation. Next year, we might have to do it for Johnny Gaudreau, because he was a good friend of mine too. So just so much tragedy in the world that we really kind of have to just appreciate and appreciate our blessings and count our blessings. You know what I mean? Like, just appreciate what you have in life and life is shorter than you think sometimes, right? So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I live by the motto, I'm looking down at the dirt, not up. It's a good day, right?
Well, listen, when we're on the back nine, that's kind of have to, right?
Not necessarily, not necessarily. We don't have to push ourselves
I
up
don't
there.
want to go too fast. For sure.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now, your relationship with the Bruins alumni is I mean, it's great that you as a broadcaster come and donate your time, and we talk about it all the time. Hockey players are the best. Would you agree?
Like I said, I cover all sports, but hockey players have the best character people I've ever dealt with ever. I mean, there's no pretense ever with any hockey player. I mean, it's just incredible. I know a lot of great baseball players and football players and stuff, but overall, the sport is the most approachable players that I've ever had to deal with. So, and they asked me to be the first woman in Bruins history to be an announcer. So I was that maybe 6 years ago. So a little behind the 8-ball Bruins, but that's fine. Now we finally got it going with the women. It's all good.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, so it was nice. But now they've rotated. They have a woman do it every year. So I'm happy to be the first. It's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about the NHL being the last league to have a woman official.
Yeah.
And we had Kelly Cook on, and she refereed the Beanpot, the women's Beanpot. And it's high time that the NHL give.
I think they got to. I think
There's some great NHL refs out there right now.
Kirsten Walsh is very good from Pennsylvania. I just hired her on my staff for college hockey, and she works the American Hockey League as well, and she's phenomenal. Like I hope they give someone a chance. So
I mean, they can handle it. Trust me.
yes, they can skate, and they skate better than half the boys do too.
Well,
Yeah.
and half the guys that are in the NHL, as you know, I'm not afraid to give my opinion. Half of them suck.
Some of them should sell their equipment, but hey,
Some of them are terrible. I mean, just awful.
I mean they bring them in right off the streets. I mean they're just former players, and they're bringing them in and they're coaching them up. You're going to get some bumps in that aspect of it, but you know, and they're okay with that. So let's
Women power.
Well, Caitlin Clark, we brought her
Yes.
up with Stephanie Wood.
Yes.
We had Stephanie Wood on, and she's done an amazing job, not just for the WNBA, but women's sports in general.
Totally agree. Actually, I do a show on Nesson called Outside the Fame. My latest episode was with the PWHL team, who literally went all the way to the final. They were not expected to go that far. They went all the way to the finals. They have a great team, a bunch of Olympic champions on that team, and they've got a lot of experience. Those girls are tough, and they were so fun. That was my first show that I've done with women, and it was a blast.
That's
They were
awesome.
Michelle, they invite, or they're kind of inviting that checking aspect of it into the women's game.
Hillary Knight's no joke. She'll mess you up.
Oh, I wouldn't want to get hit by her. Are you kidding me? You're going to keep your head up, for sure.
They're allowing contact body checking as long as it's not illegal.
Yeah, of course, which is the way it should be.
It's hockey. It's no out of bounds. You can't go out of bounds. It's the only sport that you can't go out of bounds in, and contact is inevitable.
And they just got their name.
Yes. What do you think of their name? Yes.
I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm trying to figure it out first, but I guess it's appropriate for Boston. And it's got the.
My wife said it should be the Sharks, right? Or the Jaws, something.
I said it should be the Boston Badasses. That's what I loved it.
I
thought
think
that was my vote.
Obviously, Fleet Center, let's do the
I-
math. There's a check involved, right?
Well-
I saw their logo. Coming home from my show last night, it was on the Garden billboard. And I mean, it's good that they have a name, but...
I'm trying to get them to actually play at the Garden at least one game this year.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I hooked Danielle, the girl who's the general manager, is a good friend of mine. I hooked her up with Charlie Jacobs, and hopefully it'll happen. I know they're going to be playing the Bruins alumni at some point down the road.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The Beanpot was there this year for the first time ever, and that was a great turnout. I was there. It was awesome.
The basketball game too, which was incredible. The WNBA was there. So it was great. It's been the Connecticut Sun. They had a sellout crowd. It was incredible.
It's a good product, and the women's game has just grown to
Yeah, see, unfortunately, I'm past my prime now. I kind of wish I started back when all the women's stuff were coming out. I had to fight so many battles to get where I am.
I mean, I have a 9-year-old daughter playing, so it's awesome just to watch her, see those girls play, and something to look up to and inspire to be.
Yes,
So
absolutely, yeah.
And you played hockey?
I did not play hockey.
Okay.
No, I covered the BC hockey team for many years, football team and stuff like that.
Yep.
And obviously, So no.
But did you play sports
No,
growing up?
actually, my episode with Ray Bork, he'll tell you that I have no business being peeing on the ice. He literally shoved me on the ice and then he fired pucks at me, which was really, really nice of him.
Yeah, that's a
I was petrified. Yeah, petrified.
Well, Jamie, we want to have you on a regular episode,
Yes,
a
yes.
full episode, so we
Okay.
can get more
Yeah,
into
we'll talk about dates,
your
yes.
career and what you do and what you've done. But we
sounds
want to
good.
appreciate you coming on
Yes.
and joining us today.
No problem. Very good to meet
Good
you.
luck bowling.
Yeah, you
I know
too.
my team ain't gonna win.
My team might not win this year either. We got some powerhouses next to us who are talking up.
All right, thank
All
you,
right,
Jamie
thanks, guys.
Parker.
All right.
Jamie Parker of Nesson. Well, that's a wrap coming to you from Wamaset Lanes for the Bowl with a Bruin event. And this was a great day.
What a great day. Met
Yeah.
a lot of great people, a lot of great former Bruins that you grew up watching, and that's
Yeah.
what makes this event kind of cool. You get to hang out with them, talk to them, meet them, and all that. And they do a great job fundraising for all these charities, and come out and support the Bruins alumni.
And we're going to do some more interviews. We'll have some more stuff coming up. But we want to thank you guys for watching. Always like and subscribe. Find us on the social media.
Subscribe.
Buy some merch. We're going to send out some merch to the boys today.
Yeah, I think Lenny Clark has a nice little promo for us.
Yes, he does. He does. We're gonna chop that up. Want to thank our sponsor, the Referees Crease, your one-stop shop for all your needs. Also, AOA Studios. Cam and Mike were here. They did a great job. Josh Dolan, our social media director. And I have to go bowl.
And I want to know what the over-under is for your gutter balls today. What is the over-under?
Well, I'm betting the over.
Definitely bet the over.
I already bet
Crush the over.
Crush the over. So we'll see you next time here on Chirping Zebras.